Hi guys, my name is Miguel Teixeira and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the tactical dynamics of Liverpool under coach Arne Slot as they faced Milan in their opening Champions League match. Let's start with Liverpool's build-up phase. Organized in their usual 1-4-3-3 formation, Liverpool often shifts to a 4+1 or 4+2 structure during this phase. In this example, we see Liverpool initiating their build-up in a 4+2 setup, with Mac Allister joining Gravenberch just behind the opponent's first line of pressure, providing options for the team to progress through the central corridor. As the team circulates the ball, we can spot two advanced supports, Szoboszlai and Diogo Jota, typically positioned between the opponent's midfield and defensive lines. From this starting position, Szoboszlai and Diogo Jota move from inside to outside, looking to exploit the space outside the opponent's midfield line. Now, let's look at this dynamic when the ball reaches the fullback. Szoboszlai's movement from inside to outside draws the opposing midfielder on the ball side out, creating space between the two Milan midfielders for Liverpool to exploit. In this case, it is Gravenberch who identifies the open space and quickly accelerates to receive the ball behind the press. A vertical pass from Alexander-Arnold breaks the opposition's midfield line, and a fantastic touch allows Gravenberch to face the game and accelerate. Note the asymmetrical positioning of the wingers. Gakpo provides width and depth on the left, while Salah operates more centrally in the half space. From this position, he looks to attack the space behind the opposition defensive line, specifically in the area between the left back and center back. Now, let's examine an example of Liverpool building from a 4+1 structure, with Mac Allister positioned higher up the pitch, serving as a reference in the half space, similar to Szoboszlai. Despite starting from a different structure, Liverpool maintains its intention to create 2v1 situations in the wide areas, this time with Mac Allister on the left and Szoboszlai on the right. This dynamic aims to exploit the space behind Milan's wingers in the first line of pressure. With this setup, Liverpool gains an additional option behind the opposing midfield line. Diogo Jota provides support behind and between the two opposition midfielders, allowing the team to create a 3v2 situation in this zone. Unlike the previous clip, the Milan midfielder is unable to move quickly enough to press Mac Allister in the open area. As a result, it is the fullback who moves closer to press the Liverpool midfielder, trying to prevent a 2v1 situation. Here, the Liverpool fullback, positioned slightly inside to maintain passing options in all three directions, has the opportunity to play a longer link-up and break the pressure with a parallel pass, as Gakpo is the free man in this situation. Tsimikas ultimately opts for a more conservative decision, maintaining possession. Notably, when the team looks to switch the play from left to right, Salah, who positions himself centrally, frequently initiates a breaking movement to attack the space behind the defensive line. This movement not only provides a passing lane for the ball carrier, but can also pin the opposing fullback inward, freeing Szoboszlai in the wide area. Once the ball reaches the fullback, we again see Liverpool's potential to accelerate through a parallel pass, with Salah initiating a breaking movement between the left back and the center back. This movement can create instability in the opposing defensive line, forcing defenders to drop back to protect that space, thus creating gaps between the lines. To exploit this space, it's crucial to highlight the dynamics of the more advanced midfielders. By moving from inside to outside, they draw the opposing midfielder away from the ball, allowing Diogo Jota to emerge as an option in the space created between Milan's midfielders. Now, let's focus on the importance of Liverpool's midfield dynamics in helping the team progress through the center. Gravenberch occupies the central corridor, positioned behind and between the first line of pressure, while Mac Allister moves from the inside out to draw the opposing midfielder, freeing up the central corridor for Gravenberch to receive the ball unmarked. Once again, Gravenberch makes a fantastic reception, using his advanced foot to engage immediately, putting Liverpool in a strong position to accelerate the game. I want to highlight Szoboszlai's positioning. In my opinion, he could be more open in the half space to force the opposition midfielders to defend in a wider area, thus creating space either between them or out wide when both are drawn to one side. This more central positioning of Szoboszlai makes it easier for the opposing midfielders to concentrate on the central corridor and nullify his passing options. Despite this, the Liverpool midfielder is able to maintain possession and vary the play through the central defender on the opposite flank. With Szoboszlai's movement toward the ball carrier, Liverpool can attract the opposition midfield line, and immediately, fullback Alexander-Arnold accelerates to be an option behind the press, allowing the team to progress up the pitch through the flank. In these moments, when Alexander-Arnold advances with the ball down the flank, we can see Salah, positioned more centrally, starting runs to attack the space between the fullback and the center back. On the opposite flank, both the winger and the striker also accelerate to become threats to the opposition defensive line, while the midfielder pushes forward to be a reference point between the lines. These deep runs from Gakpo and Diogo Jota are crucial and, in my opinion, can create opportunities to pull the opposition defensive line back, freeing up the midfielder on the opposite side to receive in favorable areas and create dangerous plays. Let's finish by looking at an example in higher areas of the field, where Liverpool's quality in accelerating the game through the central corridor is once again evident, along with Gravenberch's ability to receive the ball oriented on his first touch. With the midfielder facing the opponent's midfield, Liverpool can increase the pace of the game. Support players are crucial for the ball carrier, whether they are positioned inside the opponent's block, outside of it, or behind the last defensive line. Unlike on the right side, where width is often provided by Alexander-Arnold or even Szoboszlai to allow Salah to cut inside, it was Gakpo on the left who provided width and depth. This often allowed Liverpool to exploit their 1v1 quality, creating dangerous situations for the team. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.